Okay, there we go. There we go. Good thing we had these type of problems before, because again, for some reason my computer muted itself, but okay. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Um, this is gonna be tough. I think today is definitely going to be one of those days where we really see what happens. I mean, the Bears are coming in at this level as they should. However, I'm not too sure about this area being a strong area of resistance. At least not enough to start a complete reversal. In my opinion, I feel that the market is trying to get somewhere in this area right here. If not this area at 85, 285, possibly 27. If not 78. So yeah, for right now, until we get more information, I'm going to give it's right here. I mean, until we get some more top step X. Okay, I don't know why I did that, but all right. So I'm giving the market. I want to see what happens when price gets into this little area right here. I mean, right now we're getting the initial sell-off, but I do believe that the bulls will come back in. We've had a lot of bullish momentum last week, and it was the only reason why my assumption is the only reason why we had this drop was because we just came into a previous area of resistance, and we got this drop. And I think price was just respecting a previous area of resistance, and we got this drop. Now, obviously, the bears came back in, and we're getting this drop now. But I'm thinking that the bulls are going to come back in somewhere in this area. So, I mean, if you're in this short, I wouldn't stay short for too long until the bulls completely fail. Because even though we know what that we're not getting a rate cut this year, the market is still being fueled apparently off of this statement. And this is the interview right here. If y'all got, I'll actually post it in the chat if y'all want to watch it yourselves. But this is the reason why we're getting this run up now, is because of this interview right here. So I give that a watch if you choose to do so. But I really believe that today is definitely going to be one of those days where sitting on your hands might actually be the best option here, and just waiting for a clean setup versus trying to jump in and hope for something to happen. And today, the daily volume, especially for the MES, is obviously well below where it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be trading around 200K at open. This is the type of volume that we see during the pre-market, during Globex. Same thing with all the instruments. It seems like the only liquid instrument this morning is the micro NQ, but everybody else is lagging in volume. So we're going to get a choppy day. So just be prepared for that. Just be prepared for the chop. Okay. Yeah, I guess not. Good morning, Tommy. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so thinking that this might be a good time to start doing the journal. Right now, the market is definitely selling off. But like I said, I'm thinking I want to see what price does. Let's just say that price gets into this area right here. I want to see how the bulls react. I do think this is an area where the bulls will come in. I do believe that they will, but we'll see. Okay. And we do have Jerome Powell speaking tomorrow as well. So we have PPI tomorrow. We have Jerome Powell speaking at 10 o'clock. We do have some voting members speaking at 9 o'clock as well this morning. Okay. Yeah, we have Fed Mester and we have Fed Jefferson speaking at 8 o'clock. Or hold on, I thought it was at 9. Or maybe I must be mistaken. Maybe it's going on right now. But we do have that Fed inflation expectation at 10 o'clock. But the market is definitely going to be preparing for obviously PPI to go coming in tomorrow. And definitely we have Jerome Powell. And we all know that Jerome Powell pumps this market. So I'm very interested to see what happens. Do we get this drop? Like, do we get a drop off of PPI? And then Powell comes back in and saves the market? Is that what's going to happen tomorrow? I'm interested to see if that's what's going to happen. But okay. right, so oh crap, actually I forgot. I set a limit on this level last night. Forgot about that. Forgot. I just remembered. Okay. Damn, should I close this? Forgot. I set a limit on this level last night, thinking that price was going to trade up into it and we was going to get a rejection. I forgot about this. That's the one thing that I find with the ES. I can put a trade on overnight, set a limit, and because it's not crazy, it's kind of predictable in how it moves. Sometimes I do forget. That I have that I do have positions on with her. But I don't think we get a full blown move down here though. Actually, I do want to take off right here. I'm going to take off 5 right here. And I'll take 5 off right here.
Order filled.
And I'm going to move my stop to break even +1. I forgot about this trade. I really did. This limit. Okay, let's go back to the journal. All right, so the bulls traded price to last Friday's high, and price instantly rejected from this level. Was there any news released? No, there was no news being released. But we did voting members speaking at 8 o'clock Central Time. Side of the market that you trade on? I'm looking for the bulls to come back in and try to take price higher in preparation for the PPI print that's being released tomorrow. And also have Pump It Powell speaking at Central Time. So trade. So I want to see how price reacts around that 241 level. That's actually where I'm looking to actually try to get in long. I want to see how the bulls react at the 240 level. If it says oh my bad. It says what size for right now. I'm looking to take I'll be looking for long opportunities. Or a better way to say that is I'll be looking for an opportunity to go long. Where do you plan on getting in at? So I want to see how the bulls react around that 241 level. There's nothing around that 241. I mean, if we get a clean break, I mean, I think that 241, 239 level, that's what I'll be looking for. Yeah, 241, at 240, around the 241 level. Where do you plan on stopping out at? I will give this 10 points. I will give this 10 points. I'm gonna put my candle underneath last Friday's low. If I get into this and I see what I want to see, I will give this 10 points. 10 points with my stop underneath last Friday's low. I feel if we get a break of last Friday's low, if we get a break, then the next level, okay, so right now I'm looking for long opportunities right now. Currently, I am in this short and another eval. I forgot that I placed it, but I am in the short. I will be taking off. I've already taken off 5. My next area, but it looks, well, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I do plan on looking for a long around 241. I will give this position 10 points of risk. 10 points in the micro contract. I am trading. I am managing my risk in a 100 and I think it was 150K. So, and I will be using 15 micro contracts. Usually I usually use 12, but I'm gonna use 15. And 10 points on that is, I think it's like $700 loss, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I might give this around 7 to 10 points. 7 to 10 points, depending on what I see. I mean, like if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong on this, 7 to 10 points, a 7-point loss would be $525 loss. If I give it the full 10, it'll be a $725 loss. So I will try to be as precise as possible, trying to get in at the best area. But I do believe that 41 level or close to it will be a great area to try for long for a break of these highs, or at least a retest of the high. But I believe that the move, the money making move on the ES has already happened. If you didn't get long at open, I mean, it already pushed up about 22 points. Yeah, it pushed up 22 points at the open. And you know that the ES doesn't really give out too many moves like that. So we'll see. We'll see what they do around that 41 level. 41, yeah, I'm gonna get in at 41. 43 could be a possible area where the Bulls can't come in and take control, but I'm gonna still look at that 41 level. We'll see. We'll see when we get there. Because I guess if they take out that 40, if they get all the way down there, they might as well take out that low. They might as well take the low out at 39. Yeah, I think that's probably better. So yeah, I'll wait. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So roughly 235 level. And if the bears can take full control and just push price down without us having to guess and feel like we're missing the move, that would be great as well. Like if it gets into this area and we see that bullish reaction that we want to see, and it just goes off versus, well, if it is trying to get to that 235 level, as it takes out, as it makes an attempt to take out that low at 239, which I think that's possible. I think they'll probably take that low out, but we'll see. We'll just let the trade play out for right now. But that's my plan right now. We'll see. See if that works out. I guess we can manage this trade until the other trade works out. All right, let's see what the Nasdaq is doing. Okay, so I mean, you can see that the Nasdaq is very light. Look how light it is on the Nasdaq. Let's see if the volume has okay. Let's see. So the micro NQ, I mean, even though it has, well, I guess that might be light for the NQ, the micro NQ, but we are at 280K on the Nasdaq. The ES is finally getting some volume, and the micro ES is finally getting some volume. So we're still low volume at this, especially at 9 o'clock going into the algo. This is definitely still low volume. So we might get a low volume week until we get Jerome Powell tomorrow and we get CPI on Wednesday. And I think once we get over that hump, I think that's when the market's going to start to move again. I guess we'll watch this then. I can't have them again. Especially with this move down. Yeah, I'm thinking that they probably will take out that low. Yeah, they'll possibly take that low out. Yeah. And now I'm thinking that's exactly what they're trying to go for now. Yeah, they might. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Hmm. Ah, crap. Yeah. Probably like 43. Yeah, I see it now. That's like 43. Hmm. Oh, crap. I forgot about that. So if I got in at 61, what that would have got hit. Oh, yeah, I would have gotten it. Yeah. 51. Actually, that first one we got hit too. So 51. So I really got the 64. 54. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, they're gonna possibly come back in right here. Yeah, definitely. Let's just say like if the bears do manage to roll price over. Hmm. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I can definitely see them coming in right at that 41, 43 area. Yeah, but possibly right here for sure. That 41 area. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. The great thing about the ES is that it gives us plenty of chances to get in. And as I trade her, I really realize I'm beginning to realize that you have a lot of opportunities to get in, especially at a low price, once that strong low is made. Once we get a strong low, you can see that you've had, even if you missed these two, this is a great entry, a re-entry right here. Try to get in long after you get the confirmation that the high is in or the low is in. You had one chance, two chance to get as low as possible. And even if you miss these two, you got a third chance to get in. So that's what I'm really starting to see with the ES is that you have plenty of opportunity to get into a really good move if you're patient enough to wait for it. Seems like the Nasdaq is kind of doing the same thing. Which honestly, I'm surprised that the book is. I mean, it seems like this is kind of light. I mean, it seems like even though the NQ or the MNQ had the most volume, it appears that for some reason the book is kind of light on it. And at least on the NQ, it looks like let's see what they do when price like really starts to trade into this area. Right now, this is the strong high right here. I wonder if they're going to reject this now that price is trading it back into this range. I wonder if we're going to get this candle lower or if price could begin to start trading out and break out to the upside. I mean, right now we have all the EMAs sitting right here. So price rejected here at this high. We didn't touch this high, but price definitely rejected here. Price got that move down. I tapped into this area right here of some previous support. And it looks like the bulls are trying to take it up, but the bears right now, they're not having it. Not after what the bulls did to them last week. They're not having it. Not this week, apparently. Nice. Hmm. Let's be honest. Okay. Just want to just move this. Mm. Yeah, it looks like the bulls are about to come back in, at least on the NQ. Looks like the bulls are going to come right back in. So I think that this was the short move down. Mm. Okay. All right. So I'm going to move my stop to 260 just in case the bulls do run this back up. Because it does look like they're actually finding support here at this level. It looks this way, but we'll see. And it does appear that the bears are trying to hold off the 21 EMA. But I don't know if they're going to be successful based on how weak and low volume the market is right now. Mhm. Oh, okay, yeah, I see that. I see that. I'll probably do it later on today. Yeah, I'm not gonna do so. I just got an email from UProfit. Anybody that trades with UProfit, they're doing a 60% off on all their trading programs. So if you trade with them, they're having a 60% off sale right now. Hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what this will be. Stop. Hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. So how are you feeling in this trade right now? Hmm. Right now. Okay, so right now, it does look like the bears are slowly trying to push or trying to rotate price down. But it also appears that the bulls are trying to get in early and completely get in the way of the bears' rotation down lower. I still believe that price will get down to that level, that 40 level. I believe that is a great level for buyers to come back in and get in long, or you'll see majority of buyers getting in at that level. However, just because price can get to a level, it's how it gets there. And I don't believe that the bulls will be able to rotate price higher before we get a drop down to 43 or 41. I do believe that the bears are still in control, even though it doesn't feel that way, at least on the ES. But we're going to see how this plays out. We've already taken 5 off of this position already. We've already moved our stop to break even, and if it gets hit, we get $100 more in this trade. Hopefully, the bears are strong enough to finish the rotation down lower. But the bears have definitely been questionable this past week. And it actually has me really rethinking how to really trade this market and what side that. So, as I thought about this weekend, I made a joke that the only time we get a reversal is when bulls actually take their profits. And I'm starting to, as I go over the charts, I'm starting to see that actually may be more truer than satire. It does appear that the only time we get a drop is when bulls take their profits. We are not in a bear market. We are not in a bear market whatsoever. This is definitely a bull market. And you can see as price goes up, the only time we get a move down is when we get into areas of supply and we get the drop. So we're definitely in a bull market. The bears are not in control at all. Their liquidity donations are accepted, are wanted, but I wouldn't be a bear in this market unless I'm out in a previous area where the bulls have taken their profits and actually pushed the market down. You say, yeah, right. Yeah. So that's my thesis for right now. I mean, shit. The bears just have no control. I mean, if you're a bear by heart, it's trading in a market like this is it's hard. It was hard for me to switch over from being a bear to a bull once the bulls just kept bidding the bears over, kept clapping cheeks, clapping the bear cheeks. And we only had maybe like 1 week of bearishness. But I mean, if you look at the charts, we tapped into higher time frame supply. Or this is the first time. This is actually the first time this happened. This was in April. Yeah. So this was in April. And this is, oh crap. And this is where we got that move down. After we got that liquidity sweep of these highs. And this is the high I'm actually looking at, that 85 level. Or I guess it touched 88 on MES, but we'll see. I guess it touched 88 on MES, but on ES it touched 85. And all-time highs is right around the corner at 334 on the MES. Good morning, Alfred. So, I believe that April has a conference coming up around 10 or 11 or something like that. I believe that this may be a situation where the move has already happened and the event is where people are going to possibly sell their positions. You buy the rumor and you sell the news. I think that may be what may happen today. But yeah, looking at the charts, yeah, it looks like the bulls may be taking right back over. I mean, it's not a surprise. This is a bull market. So it is a bull market. And if the bulls can definitely, if I see a blast off these off of VWAP and 21, because I mean you can see it. If you're in this short, I mean consider taking some profits off here because you can see it. You got them higher highs, you got higher lows. I mean, we did get this big move down. We did get a big move down. And I want to see what happens once they get to this level right here. If the bulls are able to push this back, and if the bears come right back in, and then we get that signal candle down, and that's what I'll be looking for. But regardless, if price does trade above this high, I'll move my stop down and get a little bit more profit in this move. Yeah, I think like if I see a blast above this high, then I know. But for right now, I'll keep it right here for right now. Because I don't want to get wicked out. I don't want it to push up, wick me out, and then go into the direction. But for right now, the bulls have pushed past resistance. Okay. Yeah, I doubt it, man. I doubt it. All right, so it's looking like the Bears are trying to come back in. It looks like they kind of got a sweep of this high right here, a micro sweep of liquidity, and the Bears are trying to come back in and try to push this price down. Like I said, I wouldn't have been a bull here. I mean, there's too much risk of them potentially retesting this area right here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, if we can get that strong close, then I'll be more confident in this position. Right now, price can't trade above this high. If this is where the bears are going to come back in and try to take price down, you can't get a trade above this high. We really can't really have price trade above this high right here at 57. This is the line in the sand for the bears. Yeah, let's look at that. So, I mean, we do got a lot of people getting ready to buy in these areas. Let's look at that 35 level because I think, well, there's no volume down here. It's really none. Well, at least nobody putting orders here. That 41 level, that 40 level. So it seems that People are definitely stacking up their orders in this area, so I do expect a bullish reaction here. But we'll see if this will be enough for the bulls to absorb these bears to push price higher. Because I don't think this is a reversal. I think this is, like I said, I think this is just the bulls profit taking. That's all this is. And rejecting off of a previous area of resistance. But I do not think that this is a reversal at all. That is true. All right, so yeah, that's definitely a great signal candle right there. But this has to close like this. If you don't get a close, like a strong close, a strong red candle down, then the bulls can definitely take advantage of that. Yeah, we need something like this. We need something like that. Strong close. I do miss that. Let me see if they have one for you guys. Oh, yeah, that's a close you need if you're a bear. That's definitely the close you need right there. Yep, you see how we got that strong close? You see how they dumped it? That's exactly what we needed right there. So we may get the rotation lower unless the bulls come right back in right here. If you win this short, this is a great area to take off some partials. It's a great area to take off some partials, so I would highly recommend doing that. The symbols. Where's the indicator that? Countdown to bar close. That must be on like a time chart or something. Now, if we can get a strong breaker below these lows, and we can use the stops that's resting underneath these lows to possibly come back in for them to at least fill this area right here. Yeah, actually looking at this is actually a great spot. Yeah, to be a buyer. This is a great spot to be a buyer. Great spot. Nice risk reward. We can get a retest, if not of this high right here. But we can also get possibly a retest of this high. So this will be a great area to be a bull. Great area to buy. If we had more volume, I would actually add possibly right here. What I may do, I'm going to test this out. I'm only going to add I'm going to add 5. I'm going to add 5 right here. Right here. And I'm going to put my stop above this candle. I'm testing this out. I'm going to put my stop right above this candle high. Yeah, what's up, Mick? What's up? If we do get a retest. Now, if they finish their rotation lower, then I'm going to cancel this. You said there's no top wick on the 5 and 15 minute bar. Let's look at that. You said 5, 15 minutes. Look at the 15-minute. Yeah. But yeah. Uh, but yeah, there is no top wicks, especially on this candle right here. This is the 15-minute candle. Actually, I don't have to do this. I don't have to do this. We don't have to do it this way. We don't have to do it this way. We can do it this way. All right. So yeah, honestly, man, let me look at this, man, because let me look at this because I might actually buy me some spot puts. I might buy me some spot puts, especially with the shoot if they dump it. Hmm, if they dump it tomorrow and then they pump it before, let's look at how much. Let's look how much it will cost. Um, actually, let me do this off screen. Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, probably. Oh, so does that mean I have to probably buy? I have to probably download. I don't want to though. I don't want to. Hmm. So for some reason, let me try a new browser. Let me try another browser because for some reason it doesn't want to open up. Maybe just Chrome or something. Because it seems like Tastyworks is not working on this browser for some reason. I gotta do all this crap again. Ah, shit. Damn it. Okay. I thought I made a mistake. Because Tasty Trade has this thing where if it doesn't recognize a login, it'll lock the entire account, and you have to reach out to support or wait for an email that may or may not come. And if it doesn't come, you have to straight up change your whole password. Which, when it works, I mean, is great, but when it don't work, actually, let me do this first real quick. Yeah, but especially with Jerome Powell speaking, it's definitely going to be. All right, so we got. So this is what I think is going to happen. If I'm going to do some foresight trading, this is what I think is going to happen because we got a lot of things going on. We got PPI tomorrow, and then we have Jerome Powell speaking right afterwards, and then we got CPI on Wednesday. I was talking to Smith about this, and if I want to fuck with the most amount of people as possible, I think the market reacts strongly to the PPI report. Jerome Powell comes in, says what he needs to say, and then everybody's going to be full port short CPI after Powell. Because I mean, that's like the most logical thing for people to do, or yeah, for investors to do, or at least retail. Because they're going to think like, oh man, it's going to be the end of the world. It's going to be CPI, Powell, blah blah blah. I'm probably go long on CPI, but I think we get the bearish reaction to PPI, in my opinion. And I'm actually going to buy like three of these. Actually, I'm going to buy like four. Buy four of these. I'm gonna give them 2 days for price because I think price can't touch 508. If not 508, somewhere close. I think we can get there in 2 days, especially with PPI tomorrow and Powell. I definitely think we can get there. So I'm gonna buy that. I'm gonna buy these. I'm gonna buy four of these for $12. Honestly, what I should do is actually. Hmm, hmm. Yeah, let's look at this again real quick. Because the bulls are trying to find support here, but I don't think they're gonna be successful. Let's look at this real quick. People are selling calls. And people are sweeping puts. Hmm. Hmm. 517, huh? 510. 510. Hmm. 517. Okay, so 517. Let's look how much they cost. They cost $1. Hmm. So 517 for 2 days. Let's see how much they cost for one day. Because honestly, I don't plan on holding these. Hmm. I want to buy this for 11 cents. So if I get triggered into this, So I set a limit order for 515. If price gets to 11 cents, I'm going to trigger into this short. Or actually, I don't have to wait. I don't have to wait on this. Because the 514s is already at the price where I wanted it. And that's only 1 point lower. So I'll buy four of these. So I got some 514 puts. I'm probably gonna get some more probably at the end of the day. And this is going to be for PPI tomorrow. This is obviously a gamble. I don't know what the hell is going to happen tomorrow. We may pump. But the reason why my bias is so short right now, I highly doubt that without knowing what Jerome Powell is going to say, I highly doubt we take out all-time highs. I highly doubt it. So I'm betting that we get a hot PPI report, or the market doesn't like it, because we don't know if it's good news, bad news, or whatever the hell it is anymore. We don't know. But however the market reacts to it, I think it'll be bearish. It's highly likely to be more bearish than it is to be bullish, in my opinion. And then I can see us possibly getting the market downtrending, just chopping and grinding down until Powell comes in. And then once Powell comes in, if this is not in the money by tomorrow, or by the time the market opens and Powell speaks, I will close this. I will definitely close this. Because I'm not playing that Powell pump, because we all know he's gonna pump it. We know that. We know that's all he does, is pump this market. Okay. What the heck? There we go. Okay, so Jonathan says, hey, Sherman, a few weeks back, you were telling us about a book. Was it called Jekyll? Yeah, it was. It was, actually, yo, please read this book. I mean, if you, please read this book, man. There's actually a lot of books that I've read over the weekend, and man, it's honestly, it's one of those things where I can see why we have so many activists, but at the same time, they don't be doing shit no way. So I can understand where they're coming from. If what's in these books are true, the United States was literally, our current system is literally built off of blood, sweat, and tears of poor, impoverished, uneducated people. Civilization, third world countries. These third world countries is literally the reason why we have the economy that we have today. Because we used to have a 15% interest rate back when, in that boomer era. We can't even imagine 15% of interest rate today. We crying over 3 or 7, wherever the hell is that, 5? We're crying over 5. They had 17 or 15% back then. And obviously inflation was controlled at that point. The creature of, there you go. Read this book, please, or listen to it. Somebody's already read it for you. Just listen to it. And you will understand the game that the Federal Reserve is playing. You will understand it so well, and that's when Jerome Powell gets to the podium. It's not even a gamble anymore. You know what he's going to do, or it's highly likely you know what he's going to do, because he could come back out and say, yeah, just like the ECB right now. The main reason why they're cutting rates is because their economy is not like ours. They can't thrive in a high interest rate over there. They've already cut ties with Russia, with the oil and energy. And honestly, I'm thinking that this was all a part of the United States plan because here's another book to read, the Economic Hitman, or the Confessions of an Economic Hitman. The United States has been doing shit like this since forever. Since forever. They used, which, I mean, here's the thing. Ukraine, I mean, I understand people have their feelings about Ukraine, but Ukraine used to be a part of Russia. So Ukrainians are really Russians. And the way the whole this whole thing that went down, the things that went behind the scenes, the aftermath, and cutting off Europe from Russia and trying to make them seem like if you're with Russia, you know, you're a part of the problem. And yes, that is true. However, Europe has an economy that they have to worry about. You sitting there worrying about Ukraine, not your economy is in shit now. And you're not going to be, you already see people already revolting over there, another revolution over there, because people can only stay poor for so long before they say fuck it and overthrow the current seating government. So I mean, but anyway, this is another great book to read, man. The New Confessions of the Economic Hitman. And the United States has been doing shit like this. And as I begin to educate myself on the Palestinian and Israel, like, dude, this stuff is not new. They've been doing this shit for a very long time. They've been fighting for a very long time. This is not nothing new. What they're doing to each other is not nothing new. And the reason why the United States is backing Israel is because Israel helped them with, I think, Iran, I believe. I have to really educate myself on this, further educate myself on this, but Israel was a partner during when the United States was developing the Middle East. Israel was, it played a very big part in that, and that's why the United States is backing Israel. So, yes, I mean, all the information that's happening in the world is nothing new. It's just a repeat. It's nothing new under the sun. It's just a repeat of what happened in the past. And like I said, if you read these books, you'd be like, damn, like shit, damn. But yeah, new Confessions of Economic Hitman and Creature from Jekyll Isle. That's the one about the Fed. The 21st Monetary Policy is another good one. This one right here, 21st Century. And this is actually written by Ben Bernanke himself. It's written by him. It's a good book to listen to. Another one is this one right here, a monetary and physical history of the United States. That's a good one. I think I'm going to start educating myself about this deficit spending. I mean, once our system came into this deficit spending, honestly, we need a collapse for us to get out of this. And that's just the truth, the hard truth. That's why I say repeatedly, if Jerome Powell ever cuts rates, just prepare yourself, because inflation is already high now. A lot of these businesses are losing money. The economy is slowing down. However, our system is supported by deficit spending, and we need the Fed to be. And in order for that to be maintainable, the Fed needs to be able to print money and to get paid off the interest on that money. And if we go back to a zero interest rate or close to it, then the Fed is not making as much money to counterbalance inflation as they print more money, and things are getting more expensive. People are getting more desperate, and there's going to be, what's that shit called? When they just kill people, and they just kill people. Whatever that movie is called, with the horn, and you can't kill high officials, but you can kill everybody else. Whatever that movie's called, it's going to get closer to that. So just be mindful, educate yourself, prepare yourself, because yeah, we're trading this market, we're making money every day, but it is dangerous out there for poor people. The people that's not in the same position as we are, it's dangerous for them. So just be mindful. But all right, let's go back to the charts. It says there's 300 billions to plunder for BlackRock. It's both added some. Yeah, please read those books, man. He said, "Am I going political?" No, I just understand that. Certain things that's happening in this world it's going to affect us here in the United States. I don't take sides on anything. I always want to be neutral. I don't want to see one side is good, one side is bad. I don't ever want to see that. I don't want to see anything from that perspective. I just want to understand the truth and how one thing will lead to another thing. And unfortunately, I know a lot of people, I know this is a hard topic, but the United States is not going to cut ties with Israel. Unfortunately, no matter how much people protest about it, Israel played a crucial part in the development of the Middle East, and the United States is definitely indebted to them. So unfortunately, the United States is going to stand with Israel. And that's just the unfortunate truth. And it's going to stand with Ukraine because Ukraine is a crucial part with the United States getting close to Russia. I mean, that's just the truth of things, the truth of the matter. So everything that's happening is mostly geopolitical. Obviously, those that choose not to fully educate themselves, or at least because I mean, these are books written by people. I mean, of course, we hope that they don't have any biases in their literature, but just having the story being told and then using your own, being able to just decipher what can be a lie and what can be the truth. Things that are undeniable is when people play a part, and for something to have, like, as an example, let's just say that you're starting a business, and as an example, Rob, let me just use Rob, or I'll just use me and Smith. Me and Smith, I mean, we've known each other for a long time. We've been in the military together. We met in the military, actually, when we was both in basic training here in San Antonio, or over there in San Antonio. And Smith, how do I want to say this? Anyways, for this trading, Smith plays a big part in this, and we play a big part. We both play a big part in this for both of us, because yeah, we were doing this, but then when we came together, we just got better. We learned from our mistakes. We talked about our mistakes. Both of us is very crucial to each other in our growth. Because of that, you think that I would ever betray Smith in terms of for somebody else, regardless if Smith is right or wrong? I mean, we all do this as people. Yeah, somebody that we love and we care about and that's beneficial to our lives, we're always going to have their back, regardless if they're right or wrong. We'll tell them if they're right or wrong in private, but in the public eye, we're always going to stand with that person. And it is nothing different from what the United States is doing over there with Israel. Maybe behind the scenes, there's like, yo, what they are doing is wrong. You're killing people. You're killing women and children and men because you don't like them. And should never be tolerated. However, in a show of face, that's what the United States has done. They came out and said that they support Israel, and that's unfortunate. But I'm pretty sure, I hope behind the scenes they're telling them to chill the fuck out. Like, yo, you're wrong. So, yeah, I mean, that's all we can do is educate ourselves on the situation, these geopolitical situations that's happening overseas and how they affect us. And this whole thing with China, we have to kind of be prepared for what China does, because China has taken the formula that the United States has used for years. When they go into these third world countries and they build them up, they put them in debt. And then they don't ever expect for them to pay back the debt. They want them to be perpetual slaves, always indebted to me. Like if China gives $1 billion to Africa, as an example, let's just be real. Africa does have a lot of resources, and that's why a lot of people want to go over there and colonize them. However, every time Africa creates a government, it's always corrupted. It's like corruption is like, I don't understand why. Africans are very smart. You meet one, you'll realize how smart that they are, and yet their government is always so corrupt, always. And that's what's the biggest thing that's holding Africa back is just the corruption over there. That's just the truth of the matter. And people take advantage of that corruption, and people have taken advantage of that. They know that they're going to take the loans. They know that they're not going to pay it back, and they know that they'll always be indebted to them. And so instead of getting money from these countries, our companies can come in, we can buy land in Africa, and we can actually take the resources from Africa. And so we can actually empower our countries back home. And that's just the game that's just being played right now, unfortunately. Oh yeah, the purge. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what it is, the purge, and we're actually getting closer to that reality. Is I mean, if you look at California, if that doesn't look like the first phase of the purge, I don't know what is. California with Chicago and New York right behind it. Okay, so even with all that, so we got to 46, but I still think that price is going to try to come down here. I mean, I guess the bulls could. I mean, I guess if they say that this is close enough, I mean, if they say this is close enough, but I don't know. We are in light liquidity in low volume right now. I don't know. I would still wait for the bulls to come back and test this area and see what they do here. And see what they do here in this area right here. Hmm. All right, so we're definitely gonna get this Chop City. I think something is. I think the event is happening right now. If I'm not mistaken, that Apple event or whatever event, or the Fed expectation. So this supposed to been should have been released at 10 o'clock. Fed inflation. So let's see if this is just delayed, maybe. So it's saying that the New York Fed April 1 year ahead expected. Yeah, guys can't see that. Mm. Huh. I'm surprised we didn't get a drop off of that. I'm surprised. Says the year ahead expected home prices rise since July. Responded to see higher future prices for food, rent, medical, and gas. Yeah, right here. This is what we should be concerned about. Right here. It says responded to see higher future prices for food, rent, medical, and gas. My rent actually went down, surprisingly. I've never seen that happen. As long as I've been a renter, I've already shared why I will never be a homeowner. But as a renter, my rent went down. I'm gonna take it. I'm seeing a lot of people move out of the place that I live at. A lot of people are moving out. I can understand why. A lot of people can't afford it, and because of that, they dropped the rent. And then we have another apartment that was built right up the hill, right up the hill. And so now they got competition. And so I actually got a $500 rent decrease over the year. So I saved like $50 per month or something. But it's $500 that I guess I can spend on evals. I guess 'cause that's it. But um, so they're saying that the New York Fed right here. So the 5-year ahead expectation is 2.8 versus 2.6. Wow. I mean, I don't know if anybody truly understands statistics. Understand that statistics are used to tell you the truth, but hide a lie in plain sight. And what I mean by this, you may, as retail or someone that's not very familiar with statistics, and say that, oh, 2.6 versus a 2.8, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. When it comes to percentages, if it's over the expectation, understand that it is way worse. This number is just to make people feel like it's not that bad, but it is. A 0.2% or 20% more than what was expected is a lot. And if you don't think that 20% is a lot, have your employer take out an extra 20% off your check and see if you don't cry and say, hey, where the hell is the rest of my money? 20% is a lot. So depending on how much you make, 20% can be $300 to $500 off your check if you want to put that into perspective. So the way that the media plays their games is that they hide the truth through statistics so people can look at it and say, oh, that's not that bad. But when you're 30% over expectation, that's bad. So it's saying that the 1 year is going to be 30% over what was expected in March. So that's not good. And obviously we got CPI on Wednesday. So like I said, I think we dump off of PPI. And I think CPI is going to come in. And I think we're going to get a rebound off of CPI. And we're definitely going to get this leg down. I'm definitely going to get it. Hmm. Yeah, especially with this chop down like this. Yeah, I think Yeah, once this thing finishes rotation, shit, we're definitely gonna get an elevator up. And then we still got that. Like once I see that, that's like a new one. And then just be mindful of like the overall. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I'm definitely going to. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try that. Yeah. Yeah, Ivan, especially in Africa, West Africa, South Africa for sure. The Chinese have definitely taken the American model. And in my opinion, like I said before about the Chinese president, we're not going to, we're not going to, well, at least for me, I understand that people have evil intentions. I mean, I understand that people will always operate off of their self-interest. However, the reality of things is that the reality of things is this world is built on greed. I mean, even though a lot of people benefit off of a lot of things that's happened, greed will always be the driver of innovation. And we've had a conversation about this previously that once we take an emotion and only give it one side and say that it's all negative, well, I can give you some greed and show you that without greed, without capitalism, you wouldn't have an Apple laptop. Only the select few would have an Apple iPhone, laptop, watch, Samsung, whatever the hell, whatever device you're using to connect to the internet with. That's because if somebody was greedy enough to say, you know what, I can sell this shit to a lot of people and make a lot of money. So, like I said, I don't like to look at things from a good or evil perspective. It's what's being done. China has definitely invested a lot of money in Africa, and African leaders have accepted Chinese help over American help. And the Chinese president, at least what he tells the world, is that he is trying to not integrate or dictate what the government does or try to input it like a puppet government like the United States have done in the past. And they've already declassified documents stating that this is exactly what they continue to do. But what China says is that we just want to be able to come over here and trade resources. But if you know China's past, you know that their whole livelihood is based off of exports or imports because of their the inability of their soil to really grow food. That's why they have that two-child limit thing where you can't have kids, is because they don't have the resources there at China. They really do rely on a lot of imports. And however, they know that Africa would never be able to repay the debt, the money debt. They know that. And I'm not going to turn a blind eye to that because that's obvious. Like I said, a lot of these African leaders are very corrupt. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. All governments are corrupt. It's just that these third world countries are very openly corrupt. At least the United States and other developed countries try to hide it, but they're all corrupt. But anyway, going back to the point, they know they're not going to be able to pay back those debts. And they can come into Africa and say, hey, these resources, we need this. And they have access to all the resources that are in Africa because it's resource rich. Kind of like what France is doing. That's why France threw a tantrum when I forgot which part of Africa it was, what country, forgot, where they kicked out everybody from the French embassy and they threw a tantrum because they couldn't get the cobalt, I believe, for cheap. But France went if the United States was managing that, they would pay triple. So you know that they were doing that to take advantage of the situation. They was getting that shit for cheap and threw a tantrum when they said no more, no more, and they overthrew that guy, whatever his name was, and they overthrew him. and it's speculated that he was a puppet government planted there to keep things going the way that it has been going, and the people just got tired of that shit and said, "Nah, we ain't with it no more." So I guess it's one of those things in Africa where it's like, I guess you have to appreciate that the Chinese is helping them, but we understand that we can understand what they really are there for. We understand. We understand that they're there to take the resources just like everybody else. Okay. So they might do us what they're trying to do to Taiwan in the future. I know that China has to be punching the air. Because if you really think about it, the Chinese really do consider Taiwan to be a part of their country. And for the United States to say, nah, Taiwan is not. And if you attack Taiwan, we're going to come and attack you. I know that has to be something that keeps up the Chinese government up at night. And I know that pisses them off because that's like somebody coming in your house and say, yeah, you can't use this bathroom without my motherfucking permission, even though the bathroom is in your house. It's crazy. But the United States needs Taiwan. That's where all the semiconductor chips come from. Or majority of them. Majority is what I should have said. Majority. Not all, but majority. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna get this chop until the end of the session. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is what we're gonna probably get today. And this is going what we're gonna probably get today, honestly. Just gonna move my stop above this high. Honestly. If it runs this high, honestly, that's kind of done. Yeah, so I'm gonna just move my stop above this high. Depending on how long it takes for them to come into this 41 area, I'll probably set an alert. But if we go into lunch and price hasn't reached this area, oh yeah, this is a sell order. I was like, what the hell I got this here for? It's a sell order. Mm. Yeah, I'm just gonna protect this trade. But we're just gonna finish the day green. And I guess we'll just get better price. We're not gonna get better price action tomorrow. After power gets done speaking, we'll probably get like a mega pump and then a grind, a grind, a grind, a grind, a grind. I think that's probably what happens tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, it's SPY looking like it's about to jump off a cliff. Literally about to jump off a cliff. And then you got CL trading off, selling off. Let's actually look at CL. We're actually let me look at it real quick. Yeah, no, I don't ever trade CL. I don't ever deal with that. I just trade EX. Yes, just trade that. Yeah, you're gonna see that people are definitely coming in at this 240 level. Yeah, they definitely got their orders sitting right here at this 44 level. Yeah, they definitely got orders here at 44. So if price does touch this area, we definitely gonna see some absorption. Yeah, because you can see it all in this little range right here from 44.50 to like that's about what 400, 200. So you're definitely going to see a reaction in this area right here. Definitely. Definitely see a reaction. Mm. Let's see if the NQ has gotten any better. I mean, I do find this interesting that on the micro E or is this the ES? Oh, well, the DOM is the NQ. The DOM is the NQ. I do find this interesting that there's not too many limit orders. Or people are not putting too many limit orders on the MES, on the micro NQ. Mm. All right. Yeah, I'm not the parlay. Yeah, it'd be awesome if they were. Well, I guess I could just manually add the trades, I guess. Unless Top Step adds something to where it has all your trades in a PDF file, and you could just transfer it over to the journal. Yeah, you can see all this selling right here. Yeah. Yeah, people are really trying to get in at this 450 level. They're trying to get in at this 450 level. So um, hold on, give me a second, guys. Mm. It's always raining over here too. Always freaking rain. Okay. Yeah, CL is definitely. If anybody's looking for another instrument to just to trade, CL is definitely a decent instrument to trade. I was actually looking at the price action on this. And we had that drop, and this is that big drop. So I think I was in at like 91. Yeah, I was in at this high on Friday, and I had to get out of this because I was trading it in my funded MMFF account, and you have to have a consistent 14 days. I think it's like 30 or 40%. So I had to cut it. But my original position, I was looking for price to get here at 96. And when I saw that price was just kept going down, I was like, that just sucks. But the point that I'm trying to make is look at that. She's slow and she does move off of geopolitical news. But when I say that the technicals is sound on the CL when she's not being crazy or the world isn't being crazy, she is technically sound. She is technically sound. She's just a slow mover. You can see that she respects previous areas of support and resistance. You can see that when price tapped into this little supply area, they got this mega rejection. And she does it over and over again. She's definitely a technical analyst's dream instrument, but she's just very slow. And sometimes you would really have to trade her overnight. Now, if I was trading a personal account, this is the only instrument I would trade. I wouldn't trade anything other than CL. Okay. So I'm gonna cancel this. Obviously, I didn't get that retest of this area. We're up $750 right now, and the $750. We are getting close to that area. We are getting close. So we were at 56, or 46, and I have my target here at 44. So that's if I were to take this now. Let's see. Okay. All right. Great.
Order
We're
filled.
going to take that. All right. So we're at that area where the bulls may come in at. All right. So we're just going to move this shit down. We're going to move it down. I don't want to do this. We're definitely in this area. We touched it. We definitely touched it. We talked about how price may come in. So what I'm actually going to do is actually take off. I'm going to trail this with 3 contracts. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go.
Order filled.
Okay, so we touched it. We touched the 42. And you can see that they're coming in. We touched it. But let's see if it will continue to push us down. There we go. All right, so we got that stop run. All right, and they're coming in at 41. Damn. They came in. Damn, they came in. But anyway, like all in all, like this was still a good trade, right? This was a great trade. This was a great trade. Yeah, they came in at 41.40. Damn. Okay, so they came in here. So right now, if it hits our stop, not our target, at least we made $170. We're just going to be leaving about $60, $70 on the table.
Order
All right.
filled.
I mean, it's still a good trade, man. That was a great trade. I had a feeling that they was going to come in right here. Unfortunately, they kind of did it too damn fast. If you're in this trade right now, if you're in it, I would keep my stop. Like I said, I would give this a 10-point stop. 7 to 10 points. 7 to 10. Because I believe that we can possibly get a pushback up to at least VWAP 53-ish. If the Bulls if they take back control, which it looks like they will. We can possibly get back up here to VWAP 53-ish, 53-ish. I think that this high, for at least for right now, is going to be protected. And if you look on Bookmap, the Bulls are definitely, the Bears are getting absorbed right now. The Bears are definitely getting absorbed. So this was possibly a good area for, actually, this is actually a good area if you look at it. Oops. You got a two-legged pullback into support. So this is a good area for the Bears to cover out of their position, what makes them buyers. This is also a great area for the buyers to come in, which makes them buyers. And the stubborn bears that have yet to take profits, thinking that we was going to get a better rotation down, as price is going to shoot up, they become buyers. So this is a great area for everybody to become buyers as price continues to go to the upside. But like I said, I think we make it into like 53. I kind of wish that I caught this earlier. I should have set a limit in that other account. That's what I should have did. But like I said before, I don't like managing two accounts, honestly. Yeah, I should have did that, but I didn't do that. Okay, so all in all, it was a great trade. A great trade. All right. Yeah, that probably seems more reasonable. I'll be looking, yeah, because I have it on my chart too. just be mindful. Just be mindful of this area right here. Just be mindful that the bears are highly likely to come back in at this level. And what I actually will do is I'm not going to be waiting for, this was a great area for the bulls to come in. They can possibly retest this area right here. But I was talking about this 35 level as well, just in case if this one fell through, this 35 level. And this 35 level right here is great risk reward, great risk reward. You don't even have to give this 10 points. You don't have to give this 10 points at all. You can give it like a couple points underneath this low. That's how great that 35 entry, if you wait for it and if we get it, that's a great entry. I'm actually going to actually set that up. I'm gonna set a limit on the other one. But all I gotta do is set your stop right below this low, or a couple of points below the low. Don't ever exactly, probably like 2 or 3 points. Like if I were to get filled at this 35 level, I'm putting my stop. No, I'll give it 7 points. I'll give it 7 points. If I were to get filled at 35, I'm putting my stop at 29, 29, 28. This is great, a great risk reward, because if we get a push, we can definitely see a retest of this high right here. A nice 20-point move up. We can definitely see a retest of that high. Or not this high, but this high right here. Definitely see a retest of that high if the bulls can get a deep enough pullback. He said, well, I go back to trading NQ. Hmm. So this is what I will do. This is kind of why I kind of need Smith. Like, anyway, when the ES gets slow, I'll switch back and forth between the Nasdaq and the ES in Smith absence. That's what I'll do as a compromise. Okay. All right. So for the NQ traders, obviously we got this price range right here, and it's not a surprise when the Nasdaq rotates. Actually, let me set up an ES chart or Nasdaq chart real quick on this screen. Let me set one up. Zero six MNQ dash or how's it go? MNQ 06 dash 24. Q 0-24. Okay. Now, let me see how this is gonna look. 348. 182.25. 336.75. 336.75. I mean, if it lines up, it lines up. 252.25. Okay, so it looks like, all right, so it does look like, actually, let me look at that. It does look like that. Oh, 232. Okay. All right, so with the NQ, if you're in this short, if you're in this short on the NQ, obviously we're still in a bearish rotation down. I would look to get out of my position on the NQ around this 235 to 235 area right here. Yeah, I would definitely. I would take well, I mean, I know that everybody's like the scalp, but if you're someone that just wants, you're in short and you want the entire move, that 230 level is a great place to possibly take out majority of your profits. The Nasdaq is going to have to take out this low at 188 to go lower, but really, it's really going to have to take out that low at 207. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see about that. And yeah, depending on if we get that break below that 52 level, if we get a break below these lows, because it looks like obviously the bulls came back in, so the bears took it down. The bears came in, they pushed it down, they couldn't get it below this low, and the bulls elevated the price back up. They had a retest, and they kept on rejecting here at this level, and then we got this other leg down. If you're in this short, price should not trade above this 300 level. And unfortunately, the NQ is not the ES. If you want to stay in this trade, you really got to put your stop above this high. Unfortunately, that's what the NQ requires. She requires sacrifice. She requires sacrifice. So on the micro NQ, that's why I usually keep a 27-point stop. And I don't touch it, because if he was in this short, you see how she played? She played back and forth, ping pong. And then she went right back and retested the same high just to get a dump. That's why it's just important to keep your stop at 27 points. I mean, on the micro contracts, micro contracts with actually I forgot how to do the math on this one. I think I usually trade 2 contracts with the NQ. I think I trade in 27 points is like $540, I think. Yeah, so on the regular the full E-mini on the Nasdaq, 27 points is $540. On 2 contracts, that's like $1,080 or $1,080. But on the micro NQ, which I would highly suggest that you trade if you're a newer trader, with 18 contracts, that's usually how much I trade with the micros. Times 2 times 27. So that's yeah, I might have to actually. I thought I had this strategy already worked out with the NQ. I think I thought I had that already. I think I had like 12 contracts instead of 12 contracts. Yeah, that'll be a $648 loss. Yeah, so yeah, with the NQ, 27 points is enough, especially if you're getting in at a decent area. I mean, if you're trading in the middle, unfortunately, you need to keep your stops tight. If you take a trade in the middle of a range and you don't wait for breakouts to take trades or to fade breakouts, unfortunately, 27 points is just going to be a liquidity donation to the market. Unfortunately, if you trade in the middle, if you traded inside this range right here, you became a liquidity donation to the market. But if you stick to the edges as close as possible, that's where your risk reward is going to be. Your 27-point stop, you really shouldn't even get close to it. And you can just pay attention to scaling out of your position and monitoring it. And I think the Nasdaq is about to roll down into this 30, 35, 32 area. But if we do get a break below this low at 229, the next level on my chart for the NQ at least is going to be that 200 to 185 level. And that's not a surprise that this low is right here at 88. They sweep this low. And then we get a bullish move back up. So we'll see. If you're in this short, just keep your stop above this high. If you're in right here, take off some partials because the bulls have come back in. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, because they rejected twice off this level off of 300. Yeah, they rejected twice off of 300. 300, 307. So let's see what they do here at this 95. Let's see what they do at 95, 96. Let's see. If the bears are going to be successful, they need to defend this level. They're going to need to defend this level for sure. And then the ES, yeah, it looks like they're holding it right here. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a strong low. So I think this might be it. I think we have to, if we do get this 35 level, this might be overnight. If we don't get it later on today. If we do trade into this area on the ES before the close, I will consider going long right at open and having giving it a 7-point stop. Yeah, because that's like 5, and then 2 more 28 just to be sure. Like this is overkill, honestly. This is overkill on the ES. You don't need this much, but it just gives you a peace of mind, so you don't move your stop. That's usually why I give it the amount of points I give it, so I can just say, you know what, I'm wrong. It was a good setup. It just didn't work out in this situation because, like I said, I think what so 5, yeah, like 30 will probably be, yeah, yeah, 30 probably be enough, honestly. Like 3 points, 2 points below this low. But I'm gonna stick to the plan. I will stick to the plan. 7 points. 7 points. But yeah, it looks like the Nasdaq is, yeah, the bulls are gonna have to really defend this area right here. I'm sorry, not the bears, or the bulls. The bears are gonna have to defend this. They are coming in here at VWAP. Oh well, I do like the 15, the fives, like 3 5s, 3 targets. Yeah, like 15. Let's see how much that would be. Like 15 times 2 times 27. That'll be an $800 loss. That would be an $800 loss. I mean, it's cheaper than what I'm used to, but at the same time, okay. So we are around the time where the markets do become illiquid. Unfortunately, if you wasn't able to catch any of these moves earlier on in the session, I would highly recommend to protect your capital. If you're in a position right now, move your break even to wherever you feel comfortable moving it to, and to just actually watch the market for the rest of the day and plan. Yeah, we do get afternoon moves. However, they are unpredictable. We know this. And if you're trying to be consistent and get out of that gambling mentality, professionals usually do not trade in the afternoon because of the the moves. Yes, volume has picked up, but this is how the market should open. This volume is how the market should open, not being halfway through the day. We're just hitting what almost 300K on the MES. We should be starting with 200 to 250K at the start of the session. We did get some volume here in the ES and in Q. So volume has picked up, but this is still considered low volume. I wish this average daily volume worked. I don't know why it doesn't work anymore. I don't know why it stopped working. I don't know why, but we can actually look on Yahoo, actually, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Yahoo Finance. Or maybe I can see it on the CME website. That's really for stocks. CME futures volume. Just open interest and volume on the CME. So CME group daily volume. Let's see. All right, so Globex. All right, so let's see if we can find it. Let's look at S&P. Let's see. Okay, well, all right. Okay. If I can't find this, I'll make sure I have this available tomorrow. Oh, the equities. But it doesn't give us. All right, so let's see. Where can I see? Uh, yeah, it's saying that it's here, but hmm. Yeah, I'll find it. I'll find it somewhere. I'll find it somewhere. It's just unfortunate that daily volume that doesn't work anymore. Okay, so this is the area where the bulls. It's going to be make or break for the bulls. If we get a strong candle right here for the shorts, for the bears actually need to really have a strong candle right here, strong bearish candle. And if we get a bearish close right here, then you should feel safe in your short. Yeah. Honestly, if you want to be risk averse, in this situation, going short and putting your stop like a couple of points above this candle. Actually, I'm not going to say that because we still need that strong close first. We really need the bulls or the bears to really come in, stop all those bulls out, hurt their feelings, break their resolve, get that close right underneath the 21 EMA, which is right now kissing the 200. And if we can get price below the 200, you already know what that means. If we can get it below the 200 EMA. The way that price is looking right now, yeah, the bears, I think that if they don't fail here, I think price is trying to run these highs and retest this area right here. Looking at my chart, I think this high at 36 is protected for right now because we got price going up, the bulls push price up, the bears came in, the bulls tried again to take out this high, they failed. Because the bulls failed, we got this price break, and then we got this retest of this supply area, and then we got to break down. So obviously, there's going to be bears waiting right here, and you can see as when price came back into this area, they dropped it. It came back into this area again, and we got to break a structure right here. But then we got to remember this is the NQ. So the NQ will have breaks of structure if that's what it needs to get to where it really wants to get to. So you kind of have to take out the break of structures with the NQ and trade level to level. Because because the NQ is not as liquid as the ES, she kind of does need to go back and forth. So you got to have the trade level to level with her. And I think the next level that she's trying to get to is coming back into this level right here, or to this 20 level, possibly this 20 level, 25 level. 20 to 25. 20 to 25. This is where I believe that she's trying to get back to. And what I would look for is for the bears to come in with a strong red candle. That's how you know that they're still here. They just took their profits, and price is just being bought right back up until it gets into this area right here. And if you see that strong red candle, then you know that this is a fake pump. But if you see price begins to trade above and it holds and it doesn't trade up and wick down, then you know that, okay, the bulls are in control. You get that trade, you wait for it to come back to retest this level. And this is a safer entry versus trying to chase it. But we just, in this situation, we're just going to have to wait until the bulls come back in, see what they do. Kind of mad. Right now, if we was in this trade, we'll be up 7 points. Or I would have gotten that 41. That would be up 6 points. But we'll see. But 307. 307. Yeah, I highly doubt that they take out that. I highly doubt they take that out right now. $311. Yeah, they take this out. They're going to 20, 21, 25. Yeah, they could definitely go up. But let's see. The Bulls, I mean, I kind of did went ahead of myself, but the Bulls still haven't traded above this high yet. This one right here. The Bears are still protecting this high. And so the Bulls are definitely need to, oh, here they come. Here they come. They need a strong, strong green candle. Stop out the Bears that's in this area right here. We need a stop run candle up. Looks like the Bears they're still trying to knock it down. And there goes our stop run candle. Yeah, tell me, I expect the same thing. Especially we have PPI before the open and we have Powell at 10 o'clock. So Tuesday is definitely going to be the market moving event, or it's full of market moving events on Tuesday, tomorrow. So what we need to look for is how we close this afternoon. That's definitely going to give us a clue on what direction to trade in. Because if we close around a high, then we can kind of know what to expect. I mean, the market does the same shit every time. These institutions are pushing price up into old areas of supply just in case of what could be said. And if they're pushing it into demand, then we can kind of have an idea of what's going to happen. I mean, when price gets into demand, people usually buy there. It doesn't matter what the news is. If the news pushes price into a demand area, people still going to buy. Our market participants are still going to buy because we know that everybody in the market that buys and sells aren't people. We have more entities like bots that are buying and selling. for market participants. And as you can see, we're getting that stop run higher. It's low, but all the bears that was in this that didn't take their profits here at this low is now feeling the pain. Obviously, the ones that are getting stopped out with this stop run candle higher, obviously they're out of the position. Now the next level is going to be this 311 level. If we can get it past 311, I mean, I think all the bulls would be stopped, or the bears would be stopped out if price gets up to here. But that last line of defense for bears is going to be that 325, the 320 level. Like I said, I highly doubt that they take out this high. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt that they take out that high. But let's look at this ES trade. And this is why we trade our plan, people. This is why we trade a plan. This is why we traded. And just to recap why I didn't get into this trade is because I forgot that I had a short position overnight. And we just traded this. I forgot about this position, honestly. And I didn't want to manage two trades at the same time. But that if any of you guys took that 241 trade, shit, we only took a point in drawdown. Literally a point in drawdown. And we got a 10-point play or a 9-point play. And I think that this is going to continue to at least like 52, 53. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Because it looks like, at least on the NQ, it does look like the bears are trying to come back in, but the structure is too bullish right now. The bears are definitely going to have to work harder to rotate price back down now that the bulls have taken over and that the big lot bears have gotten out of their position, or the ones that took their profits at this low. All right, so let me just write this in my journal, and then it is 11 o'clock, 11:08. I'll stay on for the next 10 minutes. Let's just write in our journal, just recap what happened today. Okay, so so we wanted to see how the bulls react around 241, and so far, the bulls had a great reaction, at least on the ES. I think the trade right now is up about 9-10 points, and this will be our first profit target right here. Yeah, our first target would have just gotten hit. Our 10-point target would have just gotten hit. So if but we made our money today anyway, going short. It says I'll give you position 10 points, blah blah blah. So how did this trade play out? So the original plan. No, well, okay, so let's look at that trade again. Let's look at that. All right, let's see if fading the tilt today would have been. I mean, obviously, you can see why fading the tilt is very important. You can see that 63% of people are long and only 39% of people are short. So we're gonna start, like I said, we're gonna start using the tilt more often. And the same thing on CL. Only 37% of people is short. And the great thing about fading an indicator like this is you have to think about it like this. If everybody's on the same side, who's going to be on the opposite side of your trade? Who's going to be on the opposite side of your trade? Now, obviously, if we're in a bullish trend and everybody is long, that makes sense, and vice versa with shorts. But if we're in a range day, 9 times out of 10, fading the majority is going to get you the most profits. But so today, so we made what, 4, 3. Oh, did we make $1,000 today? Was this today? I guess this was today. So yeah, so we touched our maximum daily profit for the day. We made $1,200. I had a limit sitting at 261 this morning or overnight, and you can see how we scaled out of our position. I had 15 micro contracts. I did have one. I was planning on adding to this position if I was able to, but obviously price didn't touch it, which honestly I preferred. I didn't really want to scale into this position, but anyway, so we made $1,200 today with micros. Says, but I plan my hideout filled at 261, and we rolled price down, and we held this position until price traded into demand. So price traded into demand, and we trailed the position until we got stopped around, stopped out. So that was definitely a great trade. I don't think we made any mistakes in that trade at all. We were patient. We didn't get emotional, or we didn't allow our emotions to get in the way of a great trade. We didn't try to stop out when price tried to pump back up. And we did move our break even, or we did move our trade to break even +1. And yeah, so we didn't make any mistakes in this trade. I mean, we did everything right in this trade. We did not. What did we do great? The same thing that we did with our mistakes. Today was a great trading day. We traded our plan. Or we planned our trade. and traded our plan. And we didn't deviate from it. And both trades were profitable. Reinforcements to myself, just continue doing this one. Journal or journal trade, plan trade, take trade, document trade. Just gonna keep doing this now. Going back to the NQ. Yeah, it does look like they're going to try to bounce it off of this, off the 21. And as we speak, what you need to look out for is as the bulls try to bounce price off of this 21 EMA. We need a strong red candle down. That's what's gonna show. Like, we need a candle like this. This is the candle that you're looking for right there. You need to actually no. This is crap. This is the candle you're looking for. Right at resistance. You need a strong red candle. Is more body than wick. You need this strong candle that shows that, okay, the bears are in control. And as you can see, after we got that big, strong red candle, price rolled over. Even in this situation right here, strong red candle. So that's what we're looking for. But in this situation, we're just going to have to wait. If you did take this short at this high, like I said, I mean, I would protect it, but this is the NQ. You can get stopped out and this can go. But based on the structure, I do think that we still have some more room for upside. That our next level is going to be this 1311 to 15 level. And if we can trade above this, the next level is that 25 to 20 level. So 25 to 20, 15 to 11. If we trade above this 25 level, this high is obviously is going to be up for takes. But like I said, I think this is a strong high for right now. Okay. Yeah, this would be a great trade. Have your stop right underneath that break even +1 at 42. Yeah, this would definitely be, this is a great trade right here. Great trade, great trade. And it only took from open, and we got this at 10:30. So we would have to wait 2 hours for this trade to play out. If we was patient, all we had to do was wait for 2 hours and we would have got our entry long. That's so crazy. That's crazy, man. But all right, guys, I'm in the stream here. I think we're going to get this chop until we get PPI tomorrow. So trade safe over the lunch hour. Trade safe for the rest of the day. Don't go in too heavy because, like I said, I don't think we're going to get any real movement until we get this data released tomorrow. I mean, Bookmap has this information, but you can see that they still have orders sitting right here at this 243 level. And they still have orders at this 240 level. So I highly doubt if price trades into this area, the bulls will definitely absorb the bears. I mean, the bears are going to have to come in and have to absorb all this in order for we to get a break. And I don't think the bears have shown that type of strength lately. So, and the same thing can be said. You can see that there's orders sitting here at the 53 level. Kind of what I said with 53. Yeah, I mean, that's a great area for bears to come in and sell. And you can see that a lot of the market participants agree with that assessment. That's a great area to come in. It doesn't mean that they'll be successful, It just means that just watch out when price trades into this area. There's at least 400 orders sitting right here. And I highly doubt that we trade above this high today on the ES. I highly doubt it. I think the most that we can get is, yeah, that 58 level. Yeah, 58. I think 58 is going to possibly be that high. 58, 62-ish, 58, 60. I think that'll be the high. But all right, guys, we'll do this again tomorrow. And peace out.